chaos.
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 Capital Chaos.
Capital Chaos TV.
Motherfucker.
All right, this is the Mighty Z of Capital Chaos TV. We're hanging out here with Alex of Fallujah. How's it going, man?
Really good. Nice weather. It's not hot as shit.
Are you a San Francisco native?
No, I'm actually a Vancouver, British Columbia native, but I grew up in the Bay Area for the majority of my life. But I'm in Portland now, and I miss it greatly.
What drove you to Portland?
Cheap housing and not $900 a month San Francisco rent.
So you did spend a considerable amount of time here.
Yeah, I went to school out here and spent a few years living in the Sunset District. And,
okay.
Yeah.
Does the sun actually set in the sunset?
When you can see through the fog, yes. Yeah, pretty much. Only on the few days where you can see through the fog.
And apparently it's less expensive closer to the beach. Is that true?
Yeah, because everyone wants to be towards downtown. So all the pretty much poor students and then like Asian families, pretty much the only ones who live in the Sunset.
Pretty much. And now 2007 is the birth of Fallujah. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
And some of you guys are ex-members of Rise of Caligula.
Yeah, Rob, our bass player, joined in 2009. Okay. Yeah, he played in Rise of Caligula.
And then Scourge of Medusa.
Yeah, that was actually one of his other bands too. Okay. Yeah, that was Rob.
So he's like the only ex-member of something else, right?
Right. Me and Scott are the two original members. We've never had another band. Andrew played in like a few little like local bands in high school, and then our new guitar player Brian was from a band called Animus, and they're from the North Bay.
Okay, so the new member is an ex-member of something else.
Right.
And Animus is they're not Unique Leader, are they? They're
no
San Rafael band, right? Correct?
No, they're from the North Bay. They're from Petaluma.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Santa Rosa. Yeah.
They're similar in style to Fallujah, somewhat.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and they're on the road touring a lot, so.
Yeah, they're out there doing the deal like you guys are.
Yeah. We did those shitty tours for a long time in the beginning, and then eventually it just builds and gets better, you know? It's the only way to do it.
What point had you determined that here you are and this is what I'm doing?
When the offers made sense.
What was the first offer that made sense?
I think, well, at first, I guess that one of the real great offers we got, it was in 2012, and to say that was a great offer is definitely an overstatement because that tour was shot. But other than that, like, I mean, that was one of the first kind of like, I guess, nationwide promoted tours that we were on. And then after that, you know, there were like a few Summer Slaughter dates that we played like as a local opener, the same way some bands do today. And then yeah, we did like Europe Pacification last year, which was awesome, and then Black Dahlia Murder last year. So like offers slowly started to build, and now they're actually like really beginning to make sense now that the new album cycle starts, and it's kind of like, yeah, now it's like, okay, I can actually do this, and you're not gonna come home with negative dollars.
The flesh prevails.
Yeah.
Is there any songs about vagina on that?
Well, track number 2 isn't necessarily literally, but it's the song's actually about kind of sexual empowerment.
Oh, very good.
Delves a little deeper than that, but
okay, good.
Read the lyrics and you can make up your own mind about what it's about. But you're not the first person that's actually asked us that, so you're not entirely wrong. But yeah, there's a certain sort of, the whole idea of the album, it's not exactly a concept album, but I guess there's a bit of self-empowerment, self-struggle, making your way through like self-doubt and kind of, I guess, bettering yourself over time, like making your way through like dark periods, whether it's mentally, sexually, like emotionally, stuff like that.
Right.
Those are kind of the main themes of the album.
Dark periods, right?
Yeah.
So I guess there's a lot of, you know, there's the gore and the death and the violence and the hate and so forth. I don't hear a lot of sexuality in metal, and maybe it's just not meant to be.
I don't know. Maybe it's a masculinity thing. Maybe I'm the wrong person to ask. But okay. But that was part of the whole idea behind making songs like that, where it's like, I feel like a lot of metal is very escapist and very fantastical and very kind of outer worldly. And I kind of wanted to say fuck all of that and actually write an album that was down to earth, that was like emotional and inside, because I feel like a lot of metal bands are maybe afraid to tap into that kind of stuff. So that maybe a lot of metalheads want to escape that, whereas lyrically I want to tackle those issues head on, because we all feel that way.
Now, musically, you have a lot of peaks and valleys. Very dynamic band, probably one of the more dynamic bands that I've heard of your genre.
Yeah.
And almost, I don't want to. You said emotional in your lyrics. I would say even emotional in your music to some degree.
Yeah, it definitely has like emotive melodies. Definitely, like, just we're taking a whole new melodic approach. You know, we wanted to take death metal where it still has the intensity and still has the aggressiveness, but it's not in a brutal aspect or a heavy aspect. I mean, those aspects are still there, of course,
right,
but more on like an emotive kind of wall of sound, where kind of like when we're writing riffs, we don't necessarily think about how much, oh, does it like sound sick, or does it sound brutal, does it sound technical? We more so is like, how does it make you feel? And so that's kind of like, especially with the chord progressions and solos, it's like,
right.
It's like music is like a hammer and sickle, and you're trying to like crack out and mine emotions out of people, and that's kind of what we want to do with our new album, is like, how did certain parts evoke emotional responses, which I don't really think any other death metal bands are attempting to do.
Yeah, I would say like Pink Floyd of death metal to some degree.
You're not the first person who said that, but yeah, I'm cool with that. Yeah, why not?
Good one, right?
Okay.
A unique leader has served you well.
Yeah, I mean, we're done with them now, so we're hoping to move up to. That's all kind of, now that the next album cycle starts, it's kind of like where we go after that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Unique Leader was kind of like one of the perfect stepping stones for us, and we got a good team behind us right now as far as management goes, and yeah, they were there, and we needed them.
Very cool. Now, did you have some Canada issues regarding the Summer Slaughter out there?
No.
Okay.
No, I mean, we've actually never once had a problem getting into Canada.
Okay.
Almost got busted for weed once, which was stupid.
Yeah,
but
silly.
other than that, no, we've actually had really good luck getting into Canada.
Now, realistically, it's really quite unrealistic to think that one survives in a metal band financially.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. It's more so, it's how buoyantly are you floating, is the way to look at it. It's not so much, like, how's your 401k doing? It's kind of like, oh, well, I'm in my 20s now, and this is an opportunity to travel. I feel like because the money's so bad, well, okay, the money's not bad. The money can be self-sufficient, right, but it's at a point where you have to look for ulterior motives. It's like, oh, the band allows me not, because I mean, the love of playing music is there by default. But they realize, okay, like, it's not just love of playing music and the ability to earn a living doing it. It's more so like, oh, it's love of playing music, and I get to go travel, and I get to go see people on stage, or see the crowd from the stage, or like tour with bands you like, be in the industry, whatever it is that your priorities are. That's one of those things you constantly have to be thinking about when you're in a death metal band. For me, it's playing music and traveling to places that I otherwise would have to pay to go to. So that's kind of how I look at things.
And how do you support yourself outside of the band?
Working. Getting regular jobs. I've worked for a lot of different companies when, because I live on my own. I have bills and everything like that. I got rent to pay. So it's like you get home and you're like, all right, got to whip that resume right back out keep the band thing on the down low. It's kind of how thing works,
Sure. And then are you an equipment geek? Do you use the microphones, or it doesn't matter? I'm
a plug-in geek. I'm a big electronic music guy, so like I handle all the electronics for the album. Right. So for me, I nerd out on like plugins and soft synths and stuff like that.
What's got you psyched in lately?
Anything from Native Instruments is fucking awesome. Our whole album is like massive Absinthe, FM8, Razor, Photone. Like, it's the whole electronic aspect was kind of like my deal. So yeah, that's the kind of stuff I nerd out on. Because as a vocalist, it's like, oh, look at my sick microphone.
My Shure 58.
Right? No, for me, that's not really what I nerd out on. So for techie stuff, you'd probably have to ask the other guys who actually play an instrument.
So finally, do you have anything else that you'd like to add to anybody that might be watching this?
Buy the album. It comes out July 22nd. We're going to be touring our asses off, so come see us. Come out early if you're coming to the Summer Slaughter tour. We play at 4 every day. So, and come say what's up. Buy a spear.
Hey, this is Chuck Billy from Testament. I'm blowing it up.
I'm blowing it up. I'm blowing up.
On Capital Chaos.
Capital Chaos.
Capital Chaos.
Capital Chaos.
Capital Chaos. Capital Chaos.
Capital Chaos.
Capital Chaos.
Capital Chaos TV.
Motherfucker. Go fuck your mother.